Hello. Sorry for the shaky video. I'm holding the camera and this phone doesn't have OIS or EIS even, so it's a very crappy phone. Whatever. So this is a motherboard of a Redmi Note 11. The variant was, I guess, for 128 GB, which means 4 GB RAM, 128 GB ROM. Now the user was using this phone as usual. Suddenly it was dead, and the customer or the user went to repair shop for repairing or fixing the phone. And look what the repair shop did to it. Okay, the first repair shop, what they actually took the shielding, but while they were removing the shielding, like there is a shielding like this all over the PCB. Okay, so they removed that to get to the internals, and in the process they removed a lot of traces, as you can see, PCB traces, for which the board is dead. Like it was dead before, but it was fixable. Now it is totally unfixable, and it is unless you replace the whole PCB or whole motherboard, you cannot replace the repair the phone. And that is very costly, first thing. Second thing is you will lose your data, okay, which is in this chip. This is the eMMC or UFS chip, whatever it is. So now let me tell you the story, how the repair shop scams you. Now the like customer gave the phone to the repair shop, and now can you see something very like off about this processor? It looks like very new, because when you apply solder paste and all the things while you doing the repair, it should not be that clean. It should be like this eMMC or flash or RAM. So what's going on? Actually, the customer's phone's problem was this network IC. Okay, this IC. Now instead of removing this and they destroying the board, what they did, they first tried to actually replace this IC processor. It didn't work, and then they thought, okay, since I cannot repair this motherboard, I will not get any money. So what can I do? They actually removed the original CPU, which is very costly. It will cost like, let's say, even on AliExpress, let's say $50. Okay, so for that price. Now the question is, why did then they put new CPU? Okay, that's a good question. Now this CPU, when these are like this is a package. I don't know which package. The packaging, the black thing you see. It is like, it is not necessary that there is silicon and this is a genuine Qualcomm CPU. It could be a dummy CPU, which is very common in China, and I'm not sure, but like it is very cheap. Let's say when repair shops or their supplier buy CPU from AliExpress or the Chinese supplier, they with new CPUs they actually mix up dummy CPUs. So let's say they bought 100 CPUs, same model, and they will find at least 25 to 30% waste or dead CPUs. What they're gonna do with it? Well, I don't know, but how repair shops get hold of them, and they take the out the good CPU, which is in customer's phone, and replace that with dummy CPUs or whatever you say, rejected CPUs. And I don't know if let's say, can you see? This is the solder paste, and it is still here. So this memory was not replaced. I will check the model number if this is the original one or not. Just a sec, focusing issue. Yeah. So, but the CPU is certainly removed. As you can see, there are pads, so CPU would be like down there, one line down. So they didn't even bother to solder it correctly because they know it is the dead CPU, and they actually took the good CPU and sold it to some another customer whose CPU was dead, and they replaced that CPU with the good one from this customer. And so this customer's phone will never be alive again. And if he even replaces this CPU, okay, but with a good one, and tries to connect, run the content of this memory, he won't be able to, because all of the content in this memory is encrypted with the key of the CPU. So the original CPU has been removed, so there is no way he can get the data back. Even if the CPU is good, let's say this CPU is not a dummy CPU and it's a good CPU, he have to flash the entire chip and get a fully new Android system, so he won't get his old data back. So it's very bad. Now let me show you another motherboard. This is a motherboard of Poco X3 Pro. The customer's version or customer variant was 128 GB, but look, it is a 8 GB RAM, 256 GB ROM variant. Look what they did. They didn't even bother to solder the RAM. This is a CPU IC. On top of it, it was like let's say RAM, and this is a eMMC or UFS IC. This is a dedicated UFS IC. So yeah, this is also a dead you know dummy CPU, and they did this to the customer. So be aware, guys. When you are giving your phone to the repair shops, stand there and tell them, do everything in front of me. And if they say, hey, we have other, just don't do it. Even if some other shops uh, demands more money for doing it in front of you, just take that as a good deal, because they they won't be able to steal your CPU and other things. And be careful. So yeah, that's it. And be aware, guys, because I don't want you guys to get scammed. And I'm from Bangladesh, and here, I don't know if any Bangladeshi people watches this. Don't go to any, even reputed repair shops. All of them are scammers. Maybe except one or two, but out of 100, 99 of them are scammers. Trust me. So yeah, be aware. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with these two motherboards. I'll try to actually extract the data from this MMC raw data. So let's see if I can decrypt this. It's next to impossible, but let's see if it is possible or not. I'll use them as a pen drive. I don't know. Mm, So yeah, it's a sad story to hear and sad thing to see, but nowadays these repair shops, trust me, they don't even know how these phones work. Trust me, they just know very basic things, and they do it through trial and error. Now obviously there is like reputed and good repair shops out there, like Louis Rossman and North Edge Fix. I don't know, like there are a lot of good repair persons. So but not all of them like that. Most of them are scammers, so be aware. Goodbye, have a nice day.